Gravel's tactical kick. It could be very awkward indeed for Newbridge. Glasson will be the first man to the ball, the Newbridge right wing. That was quite a clever chip by Ray Gravel. The pass, the possession wasn't good from the forwards, but Gravel made the most of it. It's aimed long for Lynch at the back end of the line-out. Sent out by Jonathan Griffiths to Peter Morgan. Gravel, Martin Gravel from Raymond Gravel. Donovan scores. Good try to give Llanelli the lead. Colin Donovan, their right wing, the scorer. It came from a long line-out on the near side. Mark Lynch prominent in securing possession for Scarlets. Out it comes. Martin Gravel comes into the line very well, and Colin Donovan is right off the leash. He's unmarked. Try. 4-0 to the visitors. That's the visitors' 22. The ball is with Lloyd Davis of Newbridge, a captain of the club between 1980 and 82. Turner is towards our side, on the blind side, but it's intricate because Paul Evans has come as a dummy, and it all went wrong for Newbridge, and they had to hope that Martin Short would get back into position to save the day. Martin Gravel knocks on Port Llanelli, 15. Now this will be interesting. The first real attacking position Newbridge have secured in the game. Look again at the Newbridge back row on their ball. Martin Short, wearing 6, is in the number 8 position. He'll be the man to control this one before Lloyd Davis sends it out to Turner, who drops for goal. It looks straight. It's just squeezed over. A left-footed drop goal by Paul Turner cuts the deficit a little.
Goal was kicked by Paul Turner.
A tidy Newbridge scrummage, well within the 22. Lloyd Davis, a brisk pass. Turner has a lot of time. It's still awkward because the breeze is difficult to judge, and the kick just squeezes in. "12 minutes into the first half for 3 now to Tennessee. Dowling calls for that one, number 1 for Newbridge. Can't get hold of it. Merony has the ball, trying to release for Jonathan Griffiths to use. The ball with Rhys Thomas. He delivers it back to the other second-row forward, Jack Dudley, the youngster. And Pearce has the ball now. Running at Newbridge, supplying Peter Morgan with a good pass. Now Newbridge are backpedaling desperately. Scarlets are there in strength. And Wayne Bowe, 15, just there first for Newbridge. Peter Morgan, so instrumental in setting up that clean-cut Llanelli attack. It so nearly brought a try. A line-out in exactly the position from which Llanelli scored about 3 minutes ago. Last time they peeled and pulled in the Newbridge defence. This time they're not able to, and Turner's coming out. The kick needs to be good, and it is. What a beauty. The crowd applaud that fine clearance kick by the fair-haired Paul Turner. On the left, number 6 is Martin Short for Newbridge. 8 is Terry Shaw. The other back row forward, Stuart Griffiths. They'll have to go chasing out now after the Llanelli midfield. Ray Gravel, missed by Goslin. Deliberate knock-on given against Stuart Griffiths. Penalty. He went for the interception, couldn't get hold of it, knocked it on, and the referee decreed that that's a penalty offence. Gary Pearce kicking at goal from in front of the posts and a reasonable range. The wind takes it off target, though. The wind's a very awkward one. It's coming in from behind us as we look down on the play. Turner always with an eye for space. And Glasson of Newbridge is coming up at full tilt on Martin Gravel. Glasson arrives, but Gravel has found touch. Martin Gravel made his debut for Llanelli 6 seasons ago. Lawrence Delaney in the background, and in the foreground the interesting figure of Mike Whitson, the son of former Welsh international Jeff Whitson, who now works down at Cwmbran, and his son Mike is a student at Cheltenham Teachers Training College, and Newbridge think he's an outstanding prospect. But it was Llanelli's turn to win ball through Rhys Thomas, and here come these three quarters. Tremendous action. Martin Gravel, Colin Donovan. A chip ahead. Paul Turner could be there first. And this is Wayne Bowe. Now it's Newbridge's turn to show enterprise. Bowe draws Fox, and now Fox has to chase Glasson. Catches the wing up, and Ransom knocks on. I think the pass was forward anyway. Let's have a quick look at that counter-attack by Turner. Always brave, the Newbridge captain. Senses that there's support, brings it out. Bowe is there, and the movement comes to an end just inside the Llanelli half. Great bit of rugby from both sides. Fox's strike. Some help from Saunders on the flank, and a clearance by Pearce off Jonathan Griffith's pass. That's Pearce. They say down at Llanelli that since he came from Bridgend, he took a little while to settle down. Now they say he's playing rugby the Scarlet way. They're pleased. Well sent down by Rhys Thomas, and here come the Llanelli backs again. Gravel, Ray Gravel to Martin Gravel, who's being tracked by Paul Evans, forces him to kick ahead. Wayne Bowe, the fullback of Newbridge, puts the ball away to touch. Eight for Llanelli is Lynch, and wearing number 5 Rhys Thomas, and number 5 for Newbridge was Simon Harris, and he got that for his team. Turner got isolated then. Lloyd Davis on his feet, and Turner back in position to drive Llanelli back into their own half. That was crisp, sharp work by Newbridge. There's no doubt that Turner would rather run the ball than kick it, and when he does so, he's exciting to watch. David Fox holds high, a line out a little way from Llanelli's 22. Aims for Rhys Thomas, number 5, who does well. The flag up, the ball sent in. It's as we saw, it wasn't straight. Winston Jones lets the play continue, and now penalises for the late body check, and we'll have another look at the reason for it. There it was late. The penalty awarded up inside the Llanelli 22. Turner makes his mark, and this is a comparatively simple kick, except that, as we know this afternoon, the breeze is playing some funny tricks. Not that time. 3 points to Newbridge from Turner, 3 more points to add to his drop goal, and for the first time, Newbridge are in the lead. 6-4. Jonathan Griffiths goes away. Gets away from Martin Short. They catch up with him. Turner was there to help Newbridge. Lynch ripping clear for Llanelli. Pearce. Ray Gravel. Yes, beautifully done by the veteran. Peter Morgan crossing halfway. Dummying. Paul Turner, a hand in the way. The ball hasn't gone forward. Martin Gravel hacks it on to Wayne Bowe. It's still alive. Colin Donovan tracks all the way back to Llanelli's 22. The crowd loved that. Really exciting, wasn't it? David Fox aims for number 5, Rhys Thomas. For once, he's defeated by Simon Harris. And surprise possession, which Newbridge used well. Paul Evans goes into Pearce, hands him off, makes the ball available. Lloyd Davis. Turner, nearly through. Picked up by Fox. Just meters from the Llanelli goal line. Dowling peels away. Thinks about scoring a try. He's got a lot of support. The crowd urges him on. The whistle goes. It seems that a penalty has been awarded to Newbridge. So the crowd watching now with great interest and concern as Newbridge develop a ploy from this penalty. Lloyd Davis, number 9. Once the wind allows him to make sure of the ball. Now then, can Newbridge score from this position? On the right, the Scarlets lined up on their goal line to try and stop the thrust, which is by Brandon Cripps. Can the pack push him over? Winston Jones can't see enough. Will be interesting, won't it, to see who gets up last. And indeed, Cripps still holding the ball, disappointed that he's not been awarded a try, but it does look as though Llanelli didn't allow him to get the ball to ground. Another chance for Newbridge. A high-tension situation. Short lets it go. It's out with Turner then. Turner gives it to Goslin, was it? The pickup is by Stuart Griffiths. He releases Lloyd Davis, sends it to Turner. Turner has sent Martin Short in for the try. Well, what a battering the Llanelli line took. And in the end, even it had to splinter. Try for Short. Well, let's see how Turner starts running off his possession. He's grounded, but then in the end Newbridge have too many men over on the left for Llanelli, and that's what rugby's all about. 14 men putting a 15th into space, and if possible across your opponent's goal line like that. Paul Turner, whose genius helped to create the try, seeing whether he can convert it. The crowd thinks he's done well. That's a fine kick. 12-4 to the home team. Well, there was no further scoring in the first half, and we move now into the second half and rejoin it a little way in. Jonathan Griffiths to put the ball into a scrummage close to the halfway line for Llanelli. Chris Phillips for Newbridge in some space to try and take on Donovan. Remember how excitingly he ran against Japan in October. Has he made the ball available? That's the important thing. Cripps drives away. He has Ransom, number 2, in support. Newbridge go for a ruck. It's done like lightning, beautifully done. Men being drawn. Chris Phillips is with the attack again. He started it off, and he's trying to finish it off as well. An old-fashioned cross kick. And Peter Hopkins does well to be across under the Scarlets' posts and saving the day. Good anticipation by the left wing. But what a very good attack indeed by Newbridge, and in particular Chris Phillips, their left wing. That's Simon Harris from Risca in the foreground in his first season with Newbridge, opposite Rhys Thomas of Llanelli. Newbridge's lead, 12-4. They're on the attack. Penalty to Llanelli that time. They can do with this. They've been under a little bit of pressure. Martin Gravel comes up to take it, he being the left-footed kicker. And Turner and Bow, I'm not sure which one of them it was who called, but between them they got it wrong. Mark Lynch from the Mumbles Junior Club originally, asking for a long throw, but Martin Short was just too good for him. Goslin back to Paul Evans, the two centres linking well, and this is good running by Stuart Griffiths and Short. Terry Shaw, Martin Short driving across the 10-metre line of Llanelli. An offside decision going against the Scarlets, and there'll be a kick at goal from a range of 35 metres. Or they won't. Yes, they will. Paul Turner arrives and says that Wayne Bow will have a crack at the posts. The wind blowing away from us as we look, and I would expect Bow to aim to the left of the posts and hope that it'll drift in. Wayne Bow hoping to advance Newbridge's lead, which is already 12-4, and that'll do very well. The crowd a little short of ecstatic, I would say. 7 minutes into the second half. Newbridge up to a lead of 15-4. It's interesting that Brandon Cripps has stayed in the loose head prop position for Newbridge. I've normally seen him on the tight head. Good work by Scarlets scrum half, and Paul Turner sensibly using a boot in order not to knock on. But that's not a very good kick, and Martin Gravel seizes upon it, crosses Llanelli's 10-metre line, finds Meroni close at hand, one of the flankers. That's the halfway line. Fox breaks away. Peter Morgan, Ray Gravel trying to put Donovan clear, looks inside, finds Peter Morgan. One sidestep, two. Fox is back in the action. He's tackled by Terry Shaw, just outside Newbridge's 22. A penalty award. Terry Shaw, not sure why he's been penalised. Newbridge offers some lip to the referee. That costs them 10 more metres. Don't tell me how to run the game, says Winston Jones. The penalty awarded for not rolling away from the ball. Then the further 10 metres allow Martin Gravel right in under the Newbridge bar almost. Martin Gravel scores with a penalty for Llanelli. The fullback placing that easily, and Newbridge's lead cut to 15-7. And Llanelli seemed to me to deserve points then. The attack leading up to the penalty, such a good one. The goal line of Llanelli. Turner, another drop goal. It's not going to oblige that time, but it's still dangerous. Peter Hopkins, was it, or Martin Gravel under the ball? Wayne Bowe aiming for the corner flag. The pressure is back on Llanelli, and Martin Gravel, a brave catch close to that corner flag. Paul Turner off the loose kick, finding Lloyd Davis. The attack ending on the 22. The crowd well satisfied with the state of play, and it seems to me that the strain is beginning to show and to tell in the ranks of Llanelli. "14 minutes left. It's with Cripps of Newbridge. Short added some valuable weight. Lloyd Davis receives from Dowling. Simon Harris races away into Llanelli's 22. The ball is in touch. The crowd wondering then if Newbridge have the killer instinct. They need another score to put Llanelli out for the count. It could come from a position like this. But the Scarlets living bravely. Peter Morgan. Oh, he's miscued badly. At least the ball is safe in touch. Newbridge get on with it. Goslin, good brisk call. Winston Jones level with the throw, saying that it's not good enough. Newbridge disappointed. The Llanelli pack holding well against that drive by Newbridge. Chris Phillips gets back for Newbridge, sends it to Bowe, and he's tackled and held by Jonathan Griffiths. And the Llanelli forwards scamper to the scene. The ball was well out, and Shaw did well for Newbridge. Now Newbridge will have a man over. Paul Evans, Glasson cuts inside, crosses the Llanelli 10-metre line, still running, number 14. Paul Evans. The whistle goes. The ball just coming forward from Paul Evans, the stockier of the two Newbridge centres. Fox does the first job, the strike for Llanelli. Pearce, dummy. Martin Gravel trying to play it beyond Chris Phillips, but the wing comes bravely out of defence. Pearce has gone back to cover. Peter Morgan is a bit isolated, but he bounces off Paul Evans, finds Raymond Gravel in close support. Gravel is well tackled by Stuart Griffiths, number 7 of Newbridge. The whistle goes outside the Newbridge 22. And it looks at this stage, with 2 minutes left, as if Newbridge have got all the answers to this final Llanelli offensive. Here comes Llanelli, though, on the narrow side through Peter Hopkins, who hasn't seen much of the ball, but he might score. A Llanelli wing it was who opened the scoring. Colin Donovan at the beginning of the game, and now close to the end of it, Peter Hopkins scores a dramatic try.